In order to sample public opinion, I have presented this conversation to you, but this time around, we're advancing off of our last conversation. What should be, well, it's an option, which is to have a priority list. Say, if you want your passport out in 4 hours, priority list. So you pay a certain amount if you want your passport out in 4 days. And this is, for example, there's other things you go get, whether you need a receipt for something or you need a card for something, which, of course, there's a certain requirement for you to be entitled to one. That's really the conversation. Should we have priority lists? Now, the benefit, I would say, for having priority lists is the money goes to the government. One of the callers did say that besides the fact that we have corruption on one hand, the monies Nigerians are paying in order to get these documents out, and early enough for that matter, doesn't go to the government. It goes into people's pockets. Well, you might argue, in people's pockets, they're making extra money. The government doesn't pay them enough. Now, that also feeds corruption. On the other hand, you might say, let's have a priority list. Let it be official. Then if you can afford extra 20,000, if you can afford extra 10,000, if you can afford extra whatever, besides what is stipulated, then you pay, and on the said day, it's going to come out. Some people already say, given the structure of our bureaucracy in the country, what's the use paying extra? Civil service they don't like to work quickly. They're slow, some are even dull, and it doesn't make any difference, pay or not. Zero.
Let me shock you here.
Uh-oh.
I was into architectural drawings.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to tell you what happened in the town planning authority.
Please.
Let me just give you, for example, for your plan, your drawings to be approved, that you need to pay 50,000 naira. And then they will come and inspect, the site based on what you have indicated on the drawings.
Okay.
Do you know that if you want to pay 150,000, nobody will come to inspect any site, nobody will bother to check your drawing, they'll just sign it and stamp it for you. But if you do not pay that extra money that does not go to the purse of the government, it goes to those unscrupulous and corrupt people. If you don't pay that money, your drawing will never be signed, even if it is drawn by the angels. That is the situation for you. Yeah. And then finally, let me bring it close from here.
Yeah.
There is a filling station NMPC near my house here. And not the time of this fuel scarcity. Before then, I wanted to buy fuel for 1,500. I said 1,500. And they put 1,450. I said, no, I don't accept this. And they said, no, that is how we sell it. I asked, is it the official position of the management? I want to see the manager. You know, before you know it, other people were telling me to move away, to leave. What I want to portray, what I bring out there is that even Nigerians are not ready to do the right thing. If you want to do the right thing, they discourage you. They want to pay the extra and get it quick. But you want to do the right thing even if it's delayed. This is Nigeria for you, which is very unfortunate. Unfortunately, government is not fighting this. That's just the point I'm trying to see here.
Isad, welcome. Would you have official government-instituted priority listings so you can pay more, or do you want a flat rate across board? Hello.
I sent a goods in Dubai. When I called them in the office in Naples here in Ikorodu, how much is it going to cost for 3 kg? They told me. Do you know when I got there? The woman that I called on phone told me that she's not the one in charge. The person in charge, the man now said is 52,000 naira. Instead of 49,000, we agreed on that 9 kg. Mm-hmm. I asked the woman, he said, I'm not the one on seat. Just settle him. What's the difference between that 3,000 difference? At the end of the day, I have to pay that. Nobody is monitoring them. Nobody is looking after them. Even the government, you are left alone. So there is nothing I can do rather than to pay. And I know that they will be the one that will share that 9,000, 3,000 naira remaining money there. So in our country, it's just, you have to in fact, this place, in a sense, you will continue to manage with them. If you cannot beat them, you just join them and manage. So
you're even suggesting that even if government institutes priority listing, it's not better. It doesn't make the services any different.
They cannot follow it up. The most important thing is not giving order, but follow it up, monitor them, put something like CCTV that will be watching them. At the end of the day, that will be review of what they have done in a day in different ministries.
Okay. I would prefer a priority listing. So when I have a delay, I would be able to report the case officially.
Okay.
So I did my passport registration myself in January and had my capturing in March. I'll be going for the collection on 7th of April. I paid 25K for 5 years.
Good. So it sounds as though this is flat rate and it's a service that works.
And it says, thank God this topic is happening now. I paid 150,000 for my wife international passport since January 24th of this year. And I was told it will be out in 2 weeks. I went there this morning to quarrel with the immigration officer because the passport isn't out yet. A senior good officer heard me shouting and called me. I explained everything to him, and he told the person I paid to return back my balance of 125,000 to me. And I took it in cash, and he told me he'll call me as soon as the passport is out.
Oh, he went there to shout.
Yeah, and they returned his money.
What? They refunded 125 and only took away 25,000, which is the official rate. Look, if I paid 150,000 for Nigerian passport, you'll come to my house. You do the collecting of data in my house. You do the capturing in my house. You leave with the data. Then you bring the passport to my house. I'm not paying you 150 and still moving my butt. That's not happening.